and it was probably like a 10-second video. They did it with their own software and hardware. It's animated inside a computer. It was called Wall-E, and they played that video at a big trade show. It got everybody excited. It got the lead investor of Pixar, Steve Jobs, excited. So everybody collectively thought, let's make an entire movie in the box, first one in history, and Lasseter came up with this idea. So anyway, I was like so thrilled to talk to Ed about that. And so we're backstage before the keynotes, and I'm like, Ed, your guy John, he's a genius. I mean, what a genius idea to, first movie in history made in a computer entirely, about a boy and his toys coming of age, told from the toys' point of view. What a great twist, and that the toys would be human as opposed to toys. And so Ed kind of looks at me funny, and he says the idea was highly problematic from the start. And I was like, really? And he goes, well, we had challenges at every step of the way. He said making a full-length motion picture is a whole lot different than making one, that's very, very short, right? The rendering time could take 20 or 30 years alone for that at the time when we were working on, this is the 1990s, right? So he said we had to solve that problem. Then we had a budget problem. We'd never seen anything like it with respect to how much it was going to cost to make and market it. And then we had casting problems. And then we had storytelling problems because that's not what we do as a company. In fact, he told me on Black Friday, which was 9 months into production, day after Thanksgiving, Disney, who is the distribution partner, they shut Toy Story down. They declared the script unlikable and the project problematic. And so what Catmull told me was this is where we had to spring into action and figure out how to save this movie. And that's when he created this thing called the Brain Trust. The Brain Trust was a collaboration team. Some people inside the company and then some very surprising people he brought in from outside the company, like puppeteers and woodworkers and adult psychologists and pricing marketing experts, a bunch of very interesting people that he brought in because they needed to collaborate their way to get the movie back on track. And of course, they did get the movie back on track several months later. It went on to be a blockbuster. They've had 3 of them. So anyway, Catmull looks at me and says, Toy Story wasn't a brilliant idea. No idea is brilliant. It's usually an ugly baby upon arrival. He said Toy Story was 1,000 problems solved. And that hit me, right? I mean, it hit me. It's like every big thing we try to do, whether it's closing the next big deal, closing the next big round, solving some product issue, it's not one big idea. It's a lot of little problems solved through collaboration and teamwork, and that's really what set me down the path for deal storming as a